There are 5 habits that almost everyone thinks are healthy, and as a pharmacist, I wouldn't touch any of them. Number 3 is something that a lot of you are probably doing right now. And number 1, that one might actually make you sick. I'm Mamoon, pharmacist, coach, and dad of 3 boys, and I make videos to help you get lean, strong, and healthy so you rely on fewer medications. Here's the problem with health advice online. Most of it sounds right. It feels right, but it's based on marketing, not pharmacology. I have a doctor of pharmacy degree. I've studied how these substances actually interact with your body at a cellular level. And today, I'm going to show you what the research says, not what the label says. 5 habits, what's wrong with each one, and what I do instead. Stick around for number 1. It's the one that shocks people the most. Number 5, megadosing vitamin C when you're sick. You feel a cold coming on. What do? You grab the emergency. You chug orange juice. Maybe you pop 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, maybe more. Here's the problem. Your body doesn't absorb vitamin C the way you think it does. At 200 milligrams or less, your body absorbs nearly 100% of it. Great. At 500 milligrams, absorption drops to about 73%. At 1250 milligrams, you're only absorbing about half, 50%. And this isn't because it's upsetting your stomach. It's because of something called transporter saturation. You have specific transporters in your small intestine that carry vitamin C into your bloodstream, and they can only handle so much at once. Once they're maxed out, the rest just passes through. So when you take that 1,000 milligram emergency packet, your body is absorbing maybe half of it. The rest, your kidneys flush it out. And even the amount that you do absorb, does it help? A massive Cochrane review looked at 29 trials over 11,000 participants. The conclusion, regular vitamin C supplementation does not significantly reduce the duration or severity of colds in the general population. The only exception, people under extreme physical stress, like marathon runners. You're not running a marathon. You have a sore throat. So what do I actually do? 2 things. 1, I take my vitamin C in smaller divided doses throughout the day, not 1 mega dose, 200 milligrams at a time. That way my transporters can actually keep up and I'm absorbing close to 100% of it. 2, when I feel a cold coming on, I reach for zinc acetate or zinc gluconate lozenges within the first 24 hours of symptoms. That actually has evidence behind it for shortening a cold, not 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C and prayer and hope. Number 4, taking a daily multivitamin just in case. This one is one of the most common things I hear. I take a multi just to cover my bases, and I get it, it feels like insurance. But here's what's actually happening inside that capsule. Most multivitamins contain minerals that compete with each other for absorption. Calcium blocks iron absorption, zinc competes with copper, magnesium interacts with calcium. They're all crammed into one pill fighting each other. On top of that, the doses are usually too low to correct an actual deficiency, but just high enough for the label to look impressive. And the forms? Cheap magnesium oxide instead of magnesium glycinate, cyanocobalamin instead of methylcobalamin, the stuff your body barely absorbs. So you're paying for a pill where the ingredients fight each other in forms your body can barely use at doses that don't move the needle. What do I do instead? Simple. Get blood work done. Find out what you're actually deficient in. Then supplement those specific nutrients individually in the right forms at the right doses. That's targeted. It's not guesswork. Number 3, and this is the big one, drinking apple cider vinegar every morning on an empty stomach. This one drives me crazy because it's everywhere. ACV shots for detox, ACV for metabolism, ACV for weight loss, ACV for gut health. People treat this stuff like it's a miracle drug. Let's look at what's actually going on. The metabolism boosting studies Most of them used acetic acid. That's the active compound in vinegar at concentrations and doses that would destroy your esophageal lining if you actually consumed them the way the studies did. They're not applicable to taking a tablespoon of ACV in water. Now, is there any benefit? A small one. There is some evidence that vinegar consumed with a carb-heavy meal can slightly blunt the blood sugar spike after that meal. Slightly, not dramatically, and only when taken with food. But here's what nobody talks about. ACV is acidic. The pH is around 2 to 3. Drinking it straight, especially on an empty stomach, can erode your tooth enamel over time and irritates your stomach lining. In some cases, people develop gastritis symptoms who were doing daily ACV shots thinking they were being healthy. And the detox claims your body doesn't need help detoxing. That's what your liver and kidneys do 24 hours a day, and they do it for free. If you still want the blood sugar benefits, fine, but dilute it. Take it with a meal. Rinse your mouth with water after, but stop drinking it like a morning tonic on an empty stomach. That's not health, that's marketing, and you've fallen for it. Number 2, taking melatonin every single night to fall asleep. I actually covered melatonin in a previous video, but this is worth repeating because so many people are doing this. Here's what people forget. Melatonin is a hormone. It's produced by your pineal gland. It signals to your brain that it's time to sleep. When you take it externally every night, your body starts to downregulate its own production, meaning over time, you become dependent on the pill to do what your brain used to do on its own. And the doses, most over-the-counter melatonin is 5 to 10 milligrams. Your body naturally produces about 0.3 milligrams. So you're flooding your system with 10 to 30 times the physiological doses every single night. Melatonin has real uses: jet lag, shift work, circadian rhythm disruption. Short term, it's targeted. That's where the evidence is. For everyday sleep, here's what I actually recommend. Magnesium glycinate, 200 to 400 milligrams before bed. It promotes relaxation without suppressing your body's own melatonin. Now combine that with basic sleep hygiene, no screens an hour before bed, cool room, consistent sleep and wake times. Fix the system. Don't override it with a hormone. Number 1, the one that genuinely bothers me as a pharmacist: detox teas and cleanses. Let me show you something. You see this? Senna leaf. You know what senna is? It's a stimulant laxative. It's the same active ingredient in over-the-counter laxatives like Sennacoat. It works by irritating the lining of your colon to force a bowel movement. That's not detoxing. That's diarrhea in a tea bag. And people drink this daily thinking they're cleansing their body. Chronic senna use can lead to electrolyte imbalances, specifically low potassium, which can cause muscle cramps, heart palpitations, and worse. And it gets worse. Some of these teas contain ingredients that aren't clearly listed, herbal blends that can interact with prescription medications, blood thinners, blood pressure meds, birth control pills. If you're taking any medication and drinking these teas, you could be altering how your meds work without you even knowing it. Your body has a detox system. It's called your liver and your kidneys. They work 24/7. You don't need a $40 tea to do their job. Want to actually support your liver? Drink water, eat cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, reduce alcohol, walk more, exercise. That's it. It's free and it's evidence-based, no laxatives involved. So those are the 5 habits that sound healthy on the surface, but aren't, at least not the way people do them. Megadosing vitamin C, daily vitamins, ACV on an empty stomach, nightly melatonin, and detox teas. I started this channel for one reason: to help you get healthier and depend on fewer pills, not more. If that's what you're here for, then make sure you hit subscribe and watch this video I did right here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.